I do not pledge allegiance to individuals. I follow only the law and principles. This is the essence of South Korea President Yoon Seok-yeol as a human being. And today, President Yoon Seok-yeol has made it clear. He does not agree the illegal arrest by the Corruption Investigation Office. However, as president, and as a human being, he chose to bear the consequences in order to prevent a violent conflict. Before voluntarily surrendering, he made a speech that I'm sure you all have heard. The CIO's illegal attempt to arrest the president is an event that severely threatens the Constitution and the rule of law in South Korea. It is an unlawful act that disregards the constitutional principle of the separation of powers and the immunity granted to the president. According to the Constitution of the Republic of Korea, the president is granted immunity from legal actions, except under certain circumstances. Any unlawful arrest clearly violates the Constitution. If the president is illegally arrested by the CIO due to an abuse of power, this must be invalidated through proper legal procedures. The ruling party of the People Power Party must focus on the legal review and procedural legitimacy of the illegal arrest of the president. In the National Assembly, a hearing should be held to challenge the illegal exercise of power. And the legal process must be examined for the protection of South Korea's liberal democracy. The strategic response from the people should focus on restoring the constitution and the rule of law, fostering national unity, and engaging in peaceful resistance. In the current situation in South Korea, if anti-national forces are inciting the arrest of the president and attempting to overthrow the system, and if the constitutional order has already been destroyed, the justification for exercising the people's right to resistance becomes stronger. The right to resistance is a constitutional right that can be invoked in situations where the constitutional order and democracy are severely threatened, and where all peaceful and legal attempts at political resolution have failed. It is the last resort for the people to protect democracy and uphold the constitutional order. To invoke the right to resistance, a trusted leader is needed, one who can effectively organize the people's actions and maintain peace. Moreover, the international community must recognize the legitimacy of the South Korean people's actions. So all actions must be nonviolent and emphasize legal grounds. If democracy and the rule of law are collapsing, and there is a high risk of infringement on the basic rights and freedoms of the people, such as censorship of their messengers, the justification for exercising the right to resistance becomes stronger. A large-scale citizen resistance movement may include mass protests, general strikes, and civil disobedience, through which the illegality of the CIO and the forces attempting to overthrow the system can be exposed, and the legitimacy of the movement established. The ultimate goal of these actions is to restore democracy and the rule of law. National unity to protect the Constitution and democracy is essential. It is a crucial moment when the international community, including the United States, the United Nations, international human rights organizations, and allied countries, must closely monitor the current situation in South Korea. Through international pressure, we must prevent illegal arrests and political repression. Through foreign media and the international community, the illegality of the constitutional order's destruction, and the attempts to overthrow the system should be exposed, and the need for the restoration of democracy should be emphasized. The military and police have a responsibility to protect the Constitution. They must be urged to remain politically neutral and refuse to follow illegal orders. Persuasion and protests should be made to prevent compliance with unlawful commands. The illegal arrest of the president is a serious threat to South Korea's constitution and democracy. A national response of unity, legal action, and public resistance is essential to protect South Korea's liberal democracy. The international community must closely monitor the current situation in South Korea. At this critical moment, today's South Korea could become tomorrow's United Kingdom, tomorrow's France, or tomorrow's Japan. We appeal to the international community of free democracies, the United Nations, and human rights organizations, to help South Korea and protect freedom and democracy.